Last time on the Tree of Life. Date, March 3rd, 2020. Due to tenant pet policy, I moved out so that my work associate wouldn't be fined or evicted, and started to live underneath the Tree of Life. In a park in Aurora, Colorado, not far away, I pitched a tent and started to live Rambo style. Had a run-in with the game warden.
Dudley Do-Right that just came.
That water line is
Nearly flooded.
real high last night. And I woke up at I think it was I don't know what time it was. The phone was off. I was gonna get up and record this.
Forced to move 4.5 miles south.
I'm gonna make it good. It's dark now. I'm trying to be all over.
In a state park in Aurora, Colorado.
Little area back off in there. And
I found a campground and continued to live Rambo style.
starting to unload my stuff, so I gotta really think.
I got a job washing dishes at a local restaurant. Corona hits. Everything closes down. My job calls me, tells me I'm furloughed, giving me no choice but to continue to live like the Son of Man. During these trying times, when your family calls upon you, you answer that call gladly and willingly and go into their embracing arms. How did the Son of Man live over 2,000 years ago? And how would that same person go about living this day and age? In the Tree of Life, I intend to explore that question. What I have found about living the way that Jesus Christ did is that it is an ego annihilator. When you live in the heart of nature and you eat what is given to you and you conduct yourself in such a manner, it really teaches you grace. It really teaches you a lot of different things. "2,000 years ago, the Son of Man didn't have recording equipment and electricity. Fortunately, in this modern era, we do. And I was recently gifted my bike and my cart from my father that is on earth. Highly appreciative. And going into this, I really thought it was just going to be me and Dingo and a cart. But who am I to turn down a blessing? This is my new latest setup that I have been waiting on, anticipating, getting it ready, and doing a little bit of practicing with to make sure that everything is roadworthy. I have a Goal Zero Yeti 150. That was a smooth $200. And I got the Goal Zero solar panel Nomad 14 Plus That was another $150. Guys, I'll have to give a review on that one, but you can bet that I'm gonna be reviewing. I got my eyeball on that one because I don't know how that thing's working out yet. I haven't got a good chance to test it. When I did, it was a semi-cloudy day and it didn't charge my gear very well. But anyway, this is what I'm working with on my way up to Wabena, Wisconsin. And so I'm confident that this would get me 600 miles up to Wabena and then back. Dandelions. One of the most prevalent plants in all of North America. You wouldn't believe that the dandelion is not indigenous to the Americas. It was actually brought over from Europe. And in fact, it was brought over to the Americas as a food source and as a medicine. This little plant is high in antioxidants, highly nutritious, and also has anti-inflammatory effects.
First, I pick some dandelion flowers. I identify them by their yellow flower, serrated leaves, and puff seed blowball. Used here to make wishes. While I'm at it, I pick a few yard plantain leaves. I identify the plant by its distinctive oval-shaped leaves. Pick plantain leaves while they are young and tender. They become inedible later as the leaves develop thick fibers. Not too bad.
The dandelion fritters that I made were just super delicious, and I don't know if it was those, but I really feel just awesome today. Just like, I don't know, clear-headed, a lot of clarity.
First, I crack an egg into a bowl containing a cup of flour and a teaspoon of cinnamon. I turn on my olive oil to medium heat. Next, I add about 6 ounces of milk. I stir this mixture until it is blended to the consistency of chocolate syrup. Holding them by the stalk, I dunk the flower blooms into my batter. Then I add them to my hot oil. I cook them until golden brown, flipping once. Then I allow my flour fritters to cool on a plate with a napkin. To garnish, I add honey to taste.
I'm grateful for this food. Thank you for nourishing, healing my mind, my body, my spirit. Amen. So, this is my spread. Got my plantain salad, my dandelion fritters, a little bit of fresh wild honey, local, fresh honey. Nothing better. And I don't want to use too much of that because this is the last of the Mohicans. And I don't want to rob my aunt of her awesome, delicious, fresh honey. So, first off, I'm going to try these fritters because they look really good. Oh, wow. You know, that's actually really good. There's a very, very slight bitter aftertaste. But other than that, these are pretty amazing. Can you tell I like them? They're actually pretty good. And then the plantains. I've tried the plantains in the yard, and they have this different flavor, and it's not a bad flavor at all. It really is like, if I were to get accustomed to it, I think I really, really like it. I think the only reason I don't like it is because it's odd, it's new, and I know it's a yard weed. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is bad, you know, because that is what the ego does to us. We could be starving to death, and we're like, no, we're not going to eat this because it's disgusting, you know, and eventually the ego will break down, and you will eat just about anything you come across. I've also got, you know, arugula and stuff in here. I think it'd be really hard right now to eat a plantain salad by itself, just for the simple fact that there is still that gross factor there, and it needs to be exterminated. There's no reason for it to be there. It's a very delicious, healthy plant. Just not accustomed to eating these types of things, and they are just so very prevalent. It's beyond me why we don't use these more often.
My ego eraser for the week was yoga. And now, while I do yoga a lot, I don't do these particular ground poses very often. And while you might think, well, these poses, of course, they're gonna be easy, if your mind is extremely toxic, you know, quotes, and it's just running and running and you just can't get no peace, try these ground poses. They're really super beneficial to your back and your whole entire being. I try to do them at least once a month. First off, you're going to face your feet side. You're going to come to the face of your mat.
Lie down flat on your back. Take several deep breaths. Pay attention to the way your body feels at this time. Draw your left knee into the center of your chest. Hold it there with your hands. Take several deep breaths. Next, draw your right leg into your chest. Hold it there. Turn your head to the left. Draw the left leg in. Using your right hand, twist your knee to the right. Take several deep breaths. Repeat this for your right leg. Now, use your left knee to prop up into half lotus position. Raise your hands, leaning forward, grab your right ankle. Lean the head forward and take several deep breaths. Repeat this step on your other leg. Next, lie down on your mat and notice the way your body feels at this time. At this time, I use the power of mantras to leave me feeling completely relaxed and full of energy. For a full video on yoga ground poses, click on the link provided.
So my daily practices are what keep me cool, calm, and collected throughout the day and throughout my whole life. And even going a few days without practicing these disciplines can leave me feeling shaky and leave me feeling not so certain of myself. So I'd like to go over some of these, all of these techniques rather, that I do on a daily basis. And now, while I sometimes skip a day on some of these techniques, I really shoot to do them every single day. And not because I have to do them, just because it feels so dang good to do them in general. While ground pose yoga is excellent for beginners, reprogramming the mind to be ego-free requires some work. Every day, after I wake up, I start my mornings with Vipassana meditation while sun gazing. Doing daily yoga is essential. So are my mantras, prayers, and gratitude. Then it's on to my ego eraser for the day. This week, I focus on physical labor. Ego eraser. At 11:11 a.m., I try to stop and do chakra meditation every day. Then it's back to my ego eraser. Finally, I like to end my days with another Vipassana session while sun gazing. When I started this adventure, I had no idea why my spirit longed for these certain circumstances. Now that I've gained a certain level of awareness, it's granted me a certain clarity. one in which I've never known before the tree of life. And so therefore, I can't stop now. Everything that hurts my pride, everything that injures my ego, it in turn builds my spirit. I hope you enjoy watching the Tree of Life as much as I enjoy making it. Please, like and subscribe to Son of Man for more episodes of Tree of Life to keep it going strong. And until next time, purge your perspective, and all good it will be. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Get the stick. Oh, you do that there for